Now we're moving to the second week, and second week we will open with our traditional look at the Baroque music, but this time with a twist, because the main soloist will be an organist. We're going to hire an organ, a concert organ, and put it in the middle of the stage at Door County Auditorium. And we will be welcoming a young lady from New York who is what I call a wizard of organ. Her name is Chelsea Chan. She is very well known international star again, although she's from California. And so she will be our guest artist. The choice of pieces for that program related on one hand to my formative years, and those are pieces by Handel, Concerto Grosso in F major for strings, which I remember as a first Concerto Grosso I ever played as a kid. And then Violin Concerto by Johann Sebastian Bach in A minor, which I also played at the age of 12. So the soloist for the Bach Concerto will be Amy Sims, who is our associate concertmaster and used to be concertmaster of the Omaha Symphony. So those pieces are related to my own upbringing. The other two works are related to the organ and related to the wonderful repertoire of concertos written for organ and orchestra, which we don't really hear very often. So in addition to the guest soloist Chelsea Chan, I'm going to introduce to you two composers who are famous for organ writing. One of them is Ferdinando Peyer, who was a contemporary of Mozart, and the other one is Joseph Gabriel Reinberger, who was a contemporary of Johannes Brahms. So Chelsea Chen is going to play both of those concertos. And of course, it's a fantastic, fantastic concert. I can't wait to hear that and to be on stage. Both concertos are not only highlighting organ, but have very interesting sonic combination of organ and orchestra because of usage of brass. Both composers are using horns and trumpets, which makes the sound compatible and bright. However, one was really a Baroque composer and the other was more a late Romantic, so they are very different in the content, but brilliant writing, brilliant. Anyway, so let's move on to the Thursday of next second week. And here the program is again very new and very unusual. First of all, we're going to have another guest conductor. And that guest conductor is Joanne Falletta, who is returning to Peninsula Music Festival. And the soloist is Anna Burden, who is member of our orchestra, but returning again as a soloist. The composers whom I've chosen for this evening are Respighi and Elgar, therefore making huge departure from Handel and Bach. Both composers are famous for their incredible mastery of orchestration and also for original style of writing. One represents smells and sounds of Rome, and the other represents Edwardian era of Great Britain at the times of First World War. So I will tell you now piece by piece. The first piece is a little piece by Elgar called Sospiri, which is just a melody written for first violins, accompanied by strings, harp, and organ. And I've chosen it because we're going to have organ player there. This piece will be conducted by our new emerging conductor, who will join us for 2015 festival. His name is Blair Skinner, and he comes to us from Baltimore where he finished his doctoral studies at Peabody Conservatory under the tutelage of Gustav Meyer. The second piece will be famous Elgar's Cello Concerto, performed by Anna Burton. And then the orchestra will perform two very famous and spectacular work by Respighi, Fountains and Pines of Rome. And in Pines of Rome, they will be joined by offstage brass. So this offstage brass will be chosen from our best high school students from the Green Bay area. They will be brought to Door County and they will participate in our festival. Again, I'm so looking forward to the whole arrangement as a wonderful, very radiant, very exciting evening. And now let's move on to the Saturday, and we're moving to big letter M for Mendelssohn and Mozart. So for those of you who attended last year's festival, you probably remember that we performed first act of Don Giovanni by Mozart, and now we have to finish the story of this very, very bad human being, Don Giovanni. We have to see him perish in Inferno. Therefore, we're going to perform second act of second act of Don Giovanni. The vocal soloists will be mixed bag. Some from last summer, and some will be new. The first half of the concert will be devoted to Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto, and that goes back to my upbringing as a young student of a junior college in Moscow. I think I was 14 years of age when I played first movement of Mendelssohn. And of course I dearly love that piece. Coincidentally, I remember a couple of really great American violinists who came to Moscow to appear as soloists with Soviet Union State Orchestra, with the Moscow Philharmonic, and one of them was Isaac Stern. So the first time I heard Isaac Stern in concert was playing Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. I think the year was probably in 1958, perhaps, but long time ago. Anyway, I've chosen another newcomer, new guest to Peninsula Music Festival, and this is just current graduate of Juilliard School of Music, young violinist Anna Lee, who came to the United States from South Korea. She looks like 14 years old, although I suspect she's probably 22. I believe that she is absolutely phenomenal violinistic talent, wonderful artist, very musical, and I'm looking forward to accompany her Mendelssohn. So the time has come to us to move to week 3.